how are you? In this video, we want to look at this book, handbook from Jeevaraksha. This is for ECLS, that is Emergency Care Life Support. Emergency, remember, Emergency Care and Life Support. So this is by the RGUHS, Rajiv Gandhi Arogya Vignanagala Vishwavidyalaya, correct? Karnataka. So this is the Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Karnataka. Okay. So basically what is there in this book, let us see. So ECLS, okay. So here they are showing you CPR, how to give, do chest compressions, right? How the hand should be. My other hand is used for recording, but you should know how to do this. Okay. What and all will you learn in this? You know, you will learn why you need ECLS, because emergency care can save the person's life, isn't it? Introduction, recognition, how will you recognize whether the person is critically ill, the person is giving you any verbal response, etc. You should know whether there is a pulse, etc. Whether there's a lot of hemorrhage, if he's losing blood. A lot of things will tell you if the person is critically ill or not. Stabilization, safe transfer. You'll stabilize the person. Basically, that's all is emergency. You'll stabilize, safe transfer. That is all is about emergency care. You're not going to sit and diagnose what the exact problem is, okay? Emergency airway. So under all this, what will come? Airway, breathing, circulation, then hemorrhage, if it is there you want to stop, right? All that will come here. Airway management. So they will teach you about all the airways. Trauma care, trauma and trauma hemorrhage you should control. Burns, you should give a lot of fluids, right? Cardiac arrest and dysarrhythmias. This is where your CPR comes. Then cardiac emergencies, neurological emergencies, obstetric care. They will teach you about PPH, postpartum hemorrhage, and also management of eclampsia. Neonatal care, about neonatal resuscitation, etc. Then coming to pediatric care, they will teach you about, let's see what is there exactly in that. Toxicology and envenomation, snake bites, etc. How to manage. So this is going to be very interesting and very, very comprehensive. That is why I think they have put it as emergency care and life support. They didn't say it's comprehensive. Okay. So let us see what exactly this book says. So, tachycardia, bradycardia, BP apparatus photo has been given. How to check pulse. This looks like radial pulse. Basically, guys, if the carotid pulse is felt, then at least 60 millimeter of mercury blood pressure will be there, isn't it? Guys, what are the vitals? Do you know what the vitals are? Temperature, yes, blood pressure, heart rate, respiratory rate, very good. Then the fifth vital sign is this, SpO2. They have written here, you can see here. See, pulse oximeter, oxygen saturation. This is the fifth vital sign. But actually, just by the respiratory rate, you will be able to kind of guess this, isn't it? Pulse oximeter. This has been added only after all the COVID thing. Mental status, AVPU, that is, person is awake, verbally, response to verbal stimuli, response to pain, and unresponsive. See, these two are not good. See, response to pain and unresponsive is like even bad, isn't it? So this is what you have to remember. All this they will teach you. And look at this. Normally it is ABC, isn't it? Airway, breathing, circulation. Airway means you should make sure that the airway, that is, there is a path for the air to enter. Breathing means is the person breathing. See, if airway is there only, he can breathe and he can take the air in, isn't it? Then circulation, basically you'll have to check the blood pressure, right? Heart rate, etc. They are talking about. Poor skin perfusion, capillary refill time. That is also one of the things that we check, isn't it? Then that is ABC. But in trauma, it will be HABCDE. Let's focus here. In trauma, it will be HABCDE. So not just ABC. There are three things extra. H for hemorrhage. D is, I forgot what D is. What is E? This one. D is disability. Okay. Maintain cerebral perfusion. Then E is exposure. Maintain adequate body temperature and dignity. That is HABCDE. In cardiac arrest, obviously the heart is affected. So they're first giving importance to circulation A and B. So that's why they do CPR, right? Continuous uninterrupted chest compressions. They will also teach you how to give electric shock. That is defibrillator, automatic defibrillator, how to use. Now let's look at each one, guys. Airway management. So here they're talking about the airway that you have to manage. right? This is the airway. So they have spoken about, actually this is more like giving oxygen. Is this talking about airway? But here you should know one thing, right? Simple mask, you can give only 35% oxygen. Rebreather mask, 60% oxygen. Bag valve mask, you can give up to 95% oxygen. This is more like, I would say, breathing. This is giving oxygen. But airway means what? You have to maintain airway means, see, this is chin lift, jaw thrust. You should be very careful if there is a spine injury, cervical spine injury. Only if it is not there, then only you can do all this, right? So this is a non-obstructed airway. This is an obstructed airway. So to relieve the airway, they are doing all this. This is more of an airway, okay? Then you can also use these kind of nasopharyngeal airways. These are tubes. So these will, how to measure the length that you need. So this is actual airway, okay? You're keeping the airway patent in, right? That is what is important. This is oropharyngeal. That means from the mouth they are putting. See, oropharyngeal airway, sizes are there. What is this? Okay, this is the same thing that we told you. Simple mask, ambu, etc. You have that C and E technique. See, you have to use this these two fingers as a C and the other three fingers for a E. Okay, holding the chin. So that is for chin and little jaw thrust. So that is the C and E way of holding the mask. Right? What else? Yeah, guys, we are looking at this book. Okay, ECLS, Emergency Care Life Support Handbook from Jeevaraksha. This is for all MBBS students. So if you are learning skills, right, in your skills lab, they will teach you all this. So this is resuscitation, or no, this is foreign object. So you're trying to hit on the back to get the foreign object out, and then you turn again and look for the foreign object if the baby is breathing or not, or you'll have to put your finger and try to remove it if it is visible only. Okay, choking due to foreign body, that's what it says. So we are going into way too many details. Again, why have they put this here? Because of airway. Airway is very important, right? This is the first thing they're talking about, airway. Then, what is this? Okay, guys, so you have understood something about airway. This is how you're doing laryngoscopy, and then you will insert the tube, isn't it? Endotracheal intubation. Then cricothyroidotomy. So basically, even if that doesn't work, then you'll do a cricothyroidotomy. They have taught how to do it on a cadaver. Okay, in an emergency, you can do that. Now let's move to. We can't cover everything, looks like, but anyways, tourniquet, how to apply so that you can stop the bleeding. They will tell you how to, the technique of tying tourniquet. This is a very important image, guys. Guys, look at this, how to receive the patient. Cervical spine injury could have happened. So should you receive the patient with both the hands like this, supporting the cervical spine. They will also teach you how to insert chest tube, guys. On a cadaver, they will tell you how to do it. This is the board. What board is this called as? Basically, you will know how to put the patient on that and then strap, and also how to remove and take the patient also you should know, isn't it? So if you are transferring or if you are receiving, you'll need to know. Burns, guys, burns, very important is this formula. There is that Parkland formula, isn't it? That 9% and all that. Where is that formula? Body liquid. Airway is very important in burns. That's what they were trying to show, right? Okay, this is the one I wanted to tell you about. Burns surface area. See this Wallace formula, right? Wallace formula or something. This is important. Then, okay, we have reached the most important thing here. That is the chest, right? Cardiac arrest. So how to perform CPR, high performance CPR. So you should know, guys, 100 to 120 compressions per minute for 2-minute cycles. Okay. This is very important. They will make you do it physically. You will feel very, very tired. And you should perform these chest compressions on a hard surface. You should allow the chest to recoil. If you're just compressing no point, how will the heart fill up, right? Again, so you should allow for recoil. They'll make you do this on a doll only. And this is automatic defibrillator, right? So that will give the shock. That will assess the rhythm and give the shock. A lot of ECG is given here. But anyways, that will be in a hospital's kind of setup. Look at this one. How to spot a stroke. BEFAST. Be fast. Look at if the person is losing balance, if his eyes, what is this about eyes? Blurred vision, if that person is complaining, or face is, one side is drooping, arms or leg weakness, is it? Speech difficulty, then it's time to call for ambulance immediately. This is a stroke happening for the person, right? You'd have seen a lot of stroke cases in your ward. Okay, now we have reached the 10th chapter, obstetric care. In this, only 2 things they will ask you to learn. They will ask you to learn mainly eclampsia, guys. So in eclampsia, you should know this. You should give magnesium sulfate. Okay, to treat the hypertension, you'll give labetalol, nifedipine. Okay, so here is the one that you should know, magnesium sulfate. This is the Pritchard's regimen or something, right? So you should know how much to give. Then, and know the antidote to magnesium sulfate, that is calcium gluconate. Then you have to look at this PPH, they will ask you guys, look at this chart here. This is very important. Oxytocin, first they are giving oxytocin IM, then misoprostol, methergin, carboprost, then tranexamic acid. Look at this, guys. Where were we? Where were we? So just know this full form, okay? AMTSL, active management of third stage of labor. Okay, what is AMTSL, guys? Say it. Active management of third stage of labor. Okay. So coming to neonatal care, guys. So here they will talk to you about this neonatal resuscitation. Look at this image here. Let me show you this one. Chest compressions for neonate, how they are doing. So you should know all this. Then for foreign object you saw, right? For adult foreign object, what will you do, guys? Come on, focus. Foreign object for adult, what will you do? Airway management, Heimlich maneuver. From behind you have to hold that person and try to lift that person, right? That is Heimlich maneuver. Please read that, okay? Let me see if there's a photo for that. These are the ways of doing chest compression for neonate. This one is also you can do, or this one also you can do. However you want, you can do. Okay. So I'm just closing this video on this provider handbook by ECLS. The only problem I found with this book is that they did not put the adult Heimlich maneuver photo here. See, use Heimlich maneuver. Why they didn't put photo? They should have put a photo here, right? Very important. Please note that you should hold that person from behind and lift that person. Okay, you should stand behind the person, compress that person just below the ribs, and you have to lift that person. Okay. So that's it for now, guys, in this video. Bye bye.